I realised very quickly that their level is very good, so it doesn't matter so much about the riders, it's equally important that the team is of the same level.
The strength of the cert is the teamwork. They're very professional, they're very straight in what they do, and really fast in the pits and really well organised. And that's what makes a good team, is the team spirit, people knowing each other really well, and spending a lot of time together, I think, as well, because the cert, I think, was one of the only teams that had permanent mechanics in their workshops. So when you work together all year round, winter, summer, all the week long, you know each other, you know the bike perfectly. All the team knows each other perfectly, so when you get to the races, and as at that time, the cert, you know, they spent 25 or 30 years together, which was many years. So when they ride together, well, when the whole team's all together, they're really strong. So I think that's what makes a difference today, because you can see there's a lot of fast riders out there, riders from Grand Prix, Superbikes, or different championships, and fast bikes, factory bikes. And I think what makes the difference is just the team spirit and the strength of the whole team together.
It can be very challenging. If you just pick let's say the rider situation, you have 3 riders, sometimes 4, that all have to ride the same bike. So if one rider's 6 foot and one rider's 5 foot, for a start, you've got an issue of sizing on the bike. So it's hard to find teammates that are, let's say, similar stature. Then the next thing that's complicated with everyone riding the same bike is the different types of riding styles. And when we set the bike up, we seem to kind of go in the same direction, which is really, really good. And I think we were a bit lucky in that the teammates happened to be similar height, similar weight. Whereas some teams have more of a complication where they have a different riding style which requires a different setup, and then that can cause complications. And one rider wants one thing, one rider wants another thing, and then it's hard to find a compromise.
But we are a German team, and you can speak in your own language, and I think that's the biggest point for a team spirit. And also when you speak French or when you speak English good, and that's the same. But when you speak your own language, you can do a joke, and every person understands it, you know, and then you're laughing, and it's all the same, and you think, okay, that's the team spirit, and then you go out with a laughing after a joke maybe, and then you can push more, I think.
The most important thing in endurance is always to finish the race, and you know, it's sometimes the teams that not always the fastest teams, but the teams that finish and get the biggest points, that at the end of the year it all adds up, and this is for me the most important thing from an endurance team.
Probably experience. It's difficult because if you look at the factory teams, they have bigger budget, they have bigger everything, so for sure their level is very good. But say my team, Motored Events, they have lots and lots of experience. So we don't have a big budget, but the experience they have in this championship is worth so much more. Because yeah, when I turned up at Le Mans, I realised very quickly that their level is very good. So it doesn't matter so much about the riders, it's equally important that the team is of the same level. So yeah, they are very well prepared and they understand the situation.
When you are on the bike, when you go, you feel everybody with you. You feel that you work all together. It's very different spirit, and you feel it. And the sharing is very important because if not, you cannot have the result.